Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month April tarot and oracle card reading. This is a reading for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let us begin here with an oracle. You've got the energy of wreath making, so it may be a time of communing with others, get-together gatherings. Adorn your world with spells infused with purpose and craft the life you desire. So there's something here about really setting your intentions. And you don't have to cast spells. You can if you wish, and that's what you like to do. But just even managing and directing your own energy with a lot of intention. And not too much though, right? We don't want to do it to the point where we're worrisome about it, just with ease and eagerness. All right, detailed Celtic cross style reading today. Current situation. You've got the King of Pentacles, the immediate influence, Temperance. We've got the Three of Swords and the subconscious. Ouch. The Star in the distant past, the Five of Cups in the more recent past. The energy of the Knight of Cups is coming towards you. Hooray, but you're represented by the Two of Swords. Person or situation you're attracting is represented by the Ten of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and your hopes and fears. I like the wheel. These are the two energies that would point towards the outcome or where you're headed here, my friends. So in the bottom here, we always take these shadow cards. I started switching them around. We have here Cancer. We've got Virgo here. So we have the Hermit and the Chariot with the Queen of Swords. You and your own energy. I feel like they're telling you staying in your own convictions. Now we also have Aquarius. We've got Scorpio. We've got Leo, Taurus, and Sagittarius here as well. I just feel like there's something awfully mighty, though, when we start to see this together, all right? And even we can even toss her in. I don't normally take that. But, you know, oftentimes what we're getting today is not what we're thinking about right now. It's what we've already set in our intentions. We've already planted the seeds. We've already set the ball into motion. So with this, I feel like you're going to be driven forward. I feel like you've had some disappointments, no doubt about it. And with that Two of Swords, this may be a change that you do not predict. You don't see it coming right now. And so something about you being represented as the Two of Swords, well, we're going to need to talk about that because I feel like there's something about it that's blocking you. And so really letting your energy kind of relax, loosening your shoulders a little bit, allowing your body to relax, just sort of sinking into the rhythm of your own breath would sure go a long way. All right, so if you've been anxious, upset, or you've had some heartache because you've got both the Two and the Three of Swords down here, I feel like you have a new revelation, a new development, a new advancement that's really going to move things forward for you. So with this, it all begins with you. We know it's an inside job. Of course we do. But with the Hermit and the Chariot here, there's something important going on. Now, the Hermit is 9, the Chariot is 7. Strength would be in between them as the number 8. But I still like this anyway because I feel like it tells an important story. The energy of the Hermit says, go within, okay? It's know thyself, understand yourself at a deeper level. What do you really want out of the world? Where are you trying to go? If it's a relationship or some job that you did not want to let go of, even if you know in your deep down heart of hearts it was not the one for you. I feel like with that Queen of Swords, she's known pain. She's saying we are not going to dip our toe back into that familiar pool again. It's the energy, too, of the widow. Just be aware of that. But also the Queen of Swords, she brings in a humor, a wit, sort of a dry kind of sense of humor about her. So maybe you or somebody that you talk with about a situation you're having where you'll find that you can see the humor in it. Like I keep hearing, I can find a joke in anything. There's a joke in here somewhere. Somebody who has that kind of take on things. And I don't see it as a negative at all. They kind of keep it light and easy, say, look, I'm this being clunking around this earthly world, and sometimes we're not always an exact fit because I start to let my own humanness take me over. So with that energy of the Chariot, I feel like you're going to drive forward. But like we said, you've got to really know where you're going, right? We don't want to just be on autopilot or blindfolded in driving. That's even worse with the Two of Swords. So The Chariot and the Wheel together as well predict travel, they predict success, they predict luck. Okay, so know that you're going to be in the right place at the right time. You have a lucky streak starting here, so don't be surprised if you get some wins along the way, some unexpected gains. I see somebody spinning a prize wheel, and it could be even on a phone. You know they do when they send you those wheels and you go, okay, let's see what this will do. I feel like somebody has discounts coming and just really saying, man, I never have this happen. Well, guess what? How about it's time now? Let's let your turn start now. Now, I want to talk about love. We haven't really done that much, have we? Not at all, actually. I do feel like with the Archangel Michael being here, he's the energy of repair and healing. So if you are in a relationship and your person has been going through hell and back with something, whether they're an accountant and it's their tax season, or they've been dealing with some family matters, like their parents are aging, or maybe their kid is giving them a run for their money, or something like that. I just feel like they've been stressed out. I do feel like you're going to come into a much better place with them. So with that, because they're represented by the 10 of Wands. But I'd also say too, those of you that are attracting someone new with this Knight of Cups, either way, it's this daydreamy romantic energy. So I feel like if you're in a relationship, once your person has a spare moment, it's so perfect. It's a perfect time to reconnect on a very innocent level. When we first start relationships, a lot of times we don't have as many demands of each other. We're excited, it's new. I mean, we have some expectations. We want to hear from the person, but we don't have lists. We're not handing them task lists and things when you first start dating. So I feel like it's sort of getting back to that energy of being new and being in love and keeping it light. Now, in terms of new love, if you're the owner of a broken heart, I do feel like you have somebody coming in and they may just be finishing up with something that's been quite a long haul for them. But I feel like it will cause you to trust them even more because they saw it all the way through. Okay, this person is not somebody that does things halfway and leaves the job half finished. You know, it's not the contractor that you see on the news that you go, oh my God, they took those people for a ride. No, this is the person that would come in and do cleanup on a mess like that, and they'd be okay with it. I just feel like they have sort of a committed energy, a reliable energy, a dependable energy. Not that they can't have fun, but I feel like, again, they kind of know they work first, play second. So with this Three of Swords in your subconscious, we got to be a little careful with this. It can be about resisting change, and you know what'll happen? You'll start attracting situations that are change and you want to resist them. That's what this will do if you don't change it up, mix it up a little bit. The Three of Swords is an energy of betrayal too. So if it's coming out of your subconscious, if you spot it, you got it. Okay, so if you already had it, then there's some good news and we need to adjust this. What we love about the tarot is it gives us indications of what we need to change. Otherwise, we'll attract it. Now, it doesn't mean, oh no, it's too late. You're already going to be stabbed in the heart. It just means you've got to do something to lighten some things up energetically, but also too, really to command what you want. You want people that are easy to trust. They're easy to work with. People who love you, people who are loyal to you, people who would never say your name in vain, okay? Those types of people. So I feel like that's the thing. That's the key to that. That's the ticket. With the star energy, I don't know why I put it in the same direction as Temperance. That was wild. But with the star, they're trying to tell you, again, you set the stage in the past with this. This is what you're getting now. And so if you find that you were on kind of a crappy streak for a minute, I feel like you're coming out of it and you're going to say, this is wish fulfillment. And if you also spent quite a bit of time, if you had a chink in the armor, you came up against something that you said, I'm not going to get through that brick wall. I'm going to have to go around or do something else. I feel like setting the stage through your own spiritual practices sure has carried you a long way. And so with this, you trust the universe. You really have an unwavering faith that everything's working out for you. You're not worried. You're not uptight. You're not concerned. You're really in flow, and people around you are going to feel it too. Now, I told you before, this is what you're attracting now. I still feel like with this Five of Cups, you had some sort of a misstep along the way. Okay, even, I even see somebody literally kicking over a pop or something at some kind of event, one of those that's always kind of embarrassing. It happens to everybody though. But either way with this, I do feel like there's some sort of this is the don't cry over spilled milk card. And so the universe says, look, I got plenty. this isn't the end for you. It was just a test drive. Now you realize I don't want that one. I want a different one. So I do feel like if you had something difficult, they're showing that, but they're also trying to tell you help is on the way with the Knight of Wands. I mean, how about Knight of Cups? That was wild. I think because I looked at the 10 of Wands. Well, the Knight of Cups comes in, and this is where dreams come true. Now, you don't have quite the scale of wings as, let's say, Temperance or Judgment would have, but you do, Judgment would be the other card that has the wings. This one's Temperance, but the scale of it, but still, it's still saying that you're moving forward and that you're in an energy where things are being sent. Your spiritual team is sending you information. It's sending you those God winks. It's saying, come this way. In terms of a love relationship, though, this is very romantic energy. So you better fasten your seatbelt for this one. Because I do feel like it's somebody who will be very affectionate very early on. They'll be very complimentary. They're going to be very open and charming immediately. And so you may have to get some accustomed to that. I also feel like, too, they're going to do things early on, too. Little things, those day-to-day things. They go get a coffee. They say, I got you one, too. I thought just in case. Now, don't get scared. I don't feel like they're going to show up at your work without permission or something like that. That's a little too much. You meet somebody new and they start showing up at your job without permission. No thanks. Okay, with the 2 of Swords, this is you. Oh, no, we can't stay here. Okay, there's something uncertain around you. Now, if you're saying, yeah, I'm riddled with anxiety, then there you go. The cards know that. And they're saying, well, let's get some peace in your life, Gemini, because this is very difficult to continue on in. I do feel like there's some kind of information that you don't know or don't see that will be introduced, but I feel like with the Wheel, it's exactly what you need to get unstuck. So the person or situation, you may have somebody too who's been putting you on hold too much, where they can't quite answer you or they can't quite do what they want to be able to do for you because their hands are full. And I mean that quite literally, but also, of course, quite figuratively, that you have somebody who has their hands full. And so with the 9 of Pentacles, you're attracting luxury, you're attracting financial stability. And I do feel like you're attracting stability overall in your life. So if you're looking to move and it's been sort of a long time coming or it's been a long haul, I feel like you're finally coming out of that and you're going to see that things are getting a whole lot better. The Wheel is perfect when you're represented by the 2 of Swords because the Wheel helps move things forward. The Wheel helps you know what to let go of and what to hang on to. It's very high vibrational energy. So if you are single, the person you meet, this is one where it's going to be sustainable. We don't want to have 2 people meeting in low vibrational places. Not a good thing. But it's also quick and sudden change, but it is exciting. So expect a win with that Wheel of Fortune. Always the Wheel of Fortune, never the Wheel of Misfortune. It's here to deliver. That's a yes card, by the way. Apologize for any wrongdoing and walk away politely. Now, you might also, too, if that's you with the 2 and the 3 of Swords and you say, yeah, I messed up, then it may be time to do just that. I mean, we might not have to walk away, though. If you're in a current relationship, I feel like there's something about just letting it go and letting it flow. I love you, Gemini, and I'll be back again soon.